So this is how to trade, and this is gonna be my fourth time recording this because I want to get as many details of my personal opinion on trading as possible in this video, so it can maybe help you guys change your world of view, maybe. And if you have any questions, or just comment down in the below. I'll try to reply to as many as I can, and if I get any views at all. So thank you for watching or seeing this video at all. I would really greatly appreciate it. Try to grow my channel for more stuff and more editing. Thank you. And let's get to the real topic. So let me pull out notes. So we're gonna do three simple topics: how to predict the unit's value, how to trade units, gain profit or fair trades, or how to get upgrades to get higher value units. So the first thing you want to do in trading is a lot of people will show in their video, I'm assuming, is the tier list. And the tier list pops up in the Anime Adventures Discord. And mainly a lot of people use those, but I'm here to mainly predict a unit's value. I'm not saying it's gonna be there, because I'm no like worker for Anime Adventures trading wiki, but this is my personal top on it. Let me just do this real quick. Thank you. So how to predict a unit. So I'm gonna be scaling this off of Anime Avengers value tier list, and this is gonna be my top of it. Okay. So how I predict it is, let's say the update just dropped for the summer event. If you remember that, Goldie Rogers everywhere in every video in the trailer, and everybody really wants that. And a lot of things I would like to predict is there's like a time span of inflation. And I would like to say that the first week that the update drops, you'll see no Goldie Roger, maybe a little one or two, and then everybody has either the new units, the blessings on, or off. And I will say like around the ending of the event is where you want to predict the value and how much you would actually offer for it or try getting it for it. So a lot of people, maybe like you guys, would overpay for it right off the bat. Like as soon as the trading drops, like the event ends, you start trading for it. You offer like stuff higher value from last update, and seeing that if you get Goldie Roger, or maybe you get declined or they're overpaying for it, which happily do, everybody does. Goldie Roger is, for example, let's say around near the end of the week, there's gonna be 2 to 5 people Goldie Rogers blessings everywhere. If you see a lot everywhere, inflations will kick in. Even if he's a secret or not, if there's like way too many of the exact same units, his value will most likely drop. I think a lot of the dev of the wikis for the trading would probably scale off of how many people that has in every game, which I'll like to say that I'll do that too. Let's say Goldie Roger is not on the tier list, and I would like estimate it around, let's say, mid A tier, low A tier, or like in between. A lot of people would predict it's gonna be really high because the people that owns like the unit would overprice it like crap. Understand that because they want to get the most out of it and because it's a secret unit. But something like Goldie Roger being top A tier from outside my predictions would be crazy and quite understanding. So since you can see a lot of those and it's still gonna be this high, that's because there's either two reasons. One, there's less people that has the unit, but still decent amount to have it, or two, because the unit has an ability or something or a gimmick that makes him better, like how Goldie Roger stuns. So let's say Doflamingo comes out and you want to estimate it. A few people have it, no shiny people has it. Boom. So I would say I'll estimate it around mid A tier, mid high A tier. So what I'm trying to explain is the more people that has the unit in the lobby near the end of the event would probably estimate it either around A tier if it's a secret or a shiny, or around mid A tier. So I would probably scale it around the 28th section or 19th. Around these two, mostly around those two areas, that's what I would probably try to offer for. Uh, might not be the best way to estimate it, but that's how it goes. Well, into the next one. Just upgraded my unit real quick. Sorry. Alright, so this is how to trade unit and gain profit. Getting profit in fair trades are kind of similar, but you have to also think about the demand and the value of the unit. I gotta give an example real quick. So let's go to like low B tier. We have Akino or Akano. I don't know her name pronunciation. She's worth 550 value, and you're offering like Inuyasha shiny for 475. Uh, the main difference between these two is probably demand, and the demand is like the most highest thing you can probably trade for. And the issue with Anime Adventures is a lot of the units is out of demand because a lot of people either doing it for the blessing or doing it because the utility of the units is actually useful. Either slow, time stop, add a center ability, and stun. And let's say we're just going off of blessings, so like people just want the blessing. A lot of people would go for, let's say, Issei for 36, to example of Tamari for 48. So let's say, so since you see Issei with the demand of 5, and you see Timori with the demand of 2. So returning against a 5 and 2. Okay, let's say you're Timari. You have enough to overpay for Issei or enough, since it's like literally 75 value apart. The only issue with trading is a lot of people with a higher value unit really don't want to trade for units under there unless it's like really good overpay or a unit that they're interested in. But the main problem is even if they're clear or they're actually fine with actually accepting if it has the exact same value by like adding a unit or two, they would still not do it. Reasoning that is your unit has more demand than the other. Comparing a demand of 5 to 2 isn't enough because apparently a lot of people with high demand units wants overpays for it, more ads, is more demanding than others. So some people in other trading videos that I've seen before, they'll add more than it usually costs by like 100, 200, or a high trading thingy is like fair trades by like 1,000 points or something. I don't know. Just going off of my idea. Other than that, if the demand is higher than yours, then most likely you would decline. But try to overpay, but not overpay for all your units for it. Just like add like a bit more than it usually does, like another 2 or 3. Like go off of a point 100 or 200 more. So that's the easiest way to get a unit that's higher value or higher demand specifically. The next topic we would go for is how to get upgrades. Well, I already kind of explained that. Other than that, let's flip it again. How to get fair trades. Since I already explained 3 or these two specifically, fair trades is kind of a problem for high value traders. A lot of high value traders will have issue with 3,000 points to 2,000. So let's say that like School Knight and Android 21. Shiny Skull Knight, higher demand than Android 21 because a lot of people in the high trading don't like to trade their higher value units for under. And a lot of higher value traders mainly want to gain profit or have enough of anything to like trade for the newer units that people are trading off for. Let's say Shiny Skull Knight was, let's say personally in my opinion, like for this whole thing, is that Shiny Skull Knight was the most demanded unit back then. A lot of people didn't really do the event. I can guarantee you, despite doing the Guts update and him like being there for like around 2 months, 2 updates more. I felt like a lot of people stopped doing the the event for the portals as soon as it came out. And what I haven't really saw when the summer update drops was let's see, where's it at? Shiny Goldie Roger being in top 9 tier. A lot of people didn't expect that. I personally wouldn't. I thought it would be lower than that because I saw a lot of Rogers. well, not the shiny one, but mainly Roger. It could have been way lower than before, but I think Shiny Goldie Roger was like the most underrated thing that ever happened in like predictions in estimating what's his placement in the tier list. Because a lot of people traded for him as soon as update drops, like for overpays for him. I didn't expect him to be like so high in the tier list before, and a lot of people would take that risk. I personally wouldn't. I don't recommend if you did take that risk for it. It could have been better, and I have nothing to say. I gave my opinions on this, and would like to say that whatever you don't do for either of these topics that I wrote down is like estimating a unit in a certain tier is probably going to be the hardest thing you probably would do, and my opinion might not be relevant to this, but some people would have better reasonable things to add. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I must be crazy. Let me rephrase that. Let me edit that out. Trying to say is whatever I said at the ending before that, I'm saying that like Goldie Roger was like Shiny Goldie Roger was so special. Like out of all the updates or tier list updates I ever seen, Goldie Roger was one of those units that jumped the whole tier before. And I don't recommend you doing any risk similar to Goldie Roger, because um I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. Like how he jumped so high. So whoever got him, congrats. Thank you for watching my video. I'm gonna force my friend to do an outro because I don't know how to do one. It's usually I don't. Let's do that real quick. All right, it's your time. Do an outro.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. If there's any question about the trading or any guide, just comment on the video and we will help you out. Goodbye!